What it do, what it do, what it does, how it's doing. It's your boy DLB from Sacramento, California. With me this week and every week is my guy, Mr. Hoodnerd.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of news this week.
Yeah, we do.
To be honest, a lot of it is fugazi. I ain't even gonna front you. I ain't gonna hold you. Like what the kids say, I ain't gonna hold you. But
we've been said that. You know what's so funny about terms and sayings, and it's so funny because I could vividly remember my mom said we say stuff and we thought we were so cool saying it,
right.
and you'd be like, and she's looking like, bro, I used to say that, and you like, shut it, you don't know, you ain't cool. So now it's so funny hearing kids find, because words, they recycle, things recycle, clothing, everything. So like, it's funny hearing people, 20 something years younger, 15 years younger, saying certain words. You like, and then making it seem like, oh no, this is us. This is
right.
Like, what? Like, yeah, you got skibbity toilet and all that bullshit. You can have that, Riz.
Riz, I was just getting ready to say that.
Riz, you can have that.
Yeah, man, I don't even know how to use that in a sentence.
It's game.
Man, I just rizzed her up.
No, you got Riz, so you have it. So it's like you have Riz. So like, all you see is Riz. Like he basically gamed her up. Like you see her. Oh, she got a Riz. It's like now, and also now aura, your aura. So your aura now, oh, his aura, her aura, oh, she got an aura. Everything's aura now. That's a new one. So just when you start seeing complex and certain, when you hear your favorite commentator talk about aura, you gonna know. It's like, that's the newest thing. And it's just funny because we were a part of that too. There's certain slang and things that seeped into pop culture that we said that our culture, our generation, and people like, what they say? Like, yeah. So it's tight to see it from a different angle. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of cool. It's just funny how when you get older, people get curmudgeon and they forget about the things they do because they think you think everything that you've ever said is the coolest thing that you've ever said, and It's like, nah, bro, that shit. You do you remember your uncles and your aunties thinking you sounded stupid? Do you remember when sagging came out and everybody was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Or when we were wearing certain things, baggy clothes? Do you remember when baggy clothes? You remember how they used to talk about baggy clothes? So it's like, it's just how it goes.
When I look back on that era, I'll be like, Jesus.
Bro, I remember we can keep it even moving forward if we're going to keep it on fashion. I remember when gangster niggas used to talk about people wearing skinny jeans.
Oh, yeah.
And now the gangsters wear skinny jeans. Because usually gangsters aren't fashionable.
With a belt on. And I think that's stupid as fuck. That is like the stupidest thing to wear skinny jeans with a belt. And you said.
Well, usually most times those dudes don't be fashion forward. They be behind. They be waiting for the people to push forward to tell them. Because like shit don't get cool until motherfuckers make it cool. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just like are followers when it comes to fashion. So a lot of those dudes are followers when it comes to fashion. So they don't really know what's cool. That's why they always be like a leg or two behind.
It's just backwards as fuck though.
It is weird.
Because it's like, do y'all know where sagging came from?
Well, people that sag
then got the nerve to be homophobic.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like that's almost some gay shit to sag.
It was, and that's why, and that was the thing back in the 90s that people used to say,
that's
like,
why
bro,
I'm like
nigga,
you showing your drawers. All somebody got to do is pull your drawers down in your ass right there. Well, and if you're gay enough, he'll rape you and just put it in.
But that's what it would, in La Pinta, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of is how, usually when you suit, you know what I'm saying? So, are you pull your pocket out?
That's why I used to tell these little kids, y'all know where sagging come from?
Hold my pocket.
I'm like, y'all doing some gay shit, and y'all homophobic as hell, but you doing gay shit.
But this world we're in is a constant hypocrisy of fuckery. Yeah,
it's just crazy to me seeing motherfuckers sag with a belt. That right there is just
you gotta keep your pants up. Yeah.
And so our first topic of news this week,
you gotta keep them up.
A game that we continue to talk about. I am ignoring that.
I sag.
But you're right though. But it's just so.
I still sag. I just sag more adult now. You just don't see it.
But yeah, there's difference. Just like like B said it. I like when your pants are grooming low. Which means like, okay, it's low enough to see the brand of your boxer briefs. but not your fucking ass cheeks. Crazy. Nonetheless, though, a game that we always talk about that we would like to see in VR is actually getting.
What, you been playing anything?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, what are you talking about? What have you been doing with your life? We haven't talked to these people in some time. What's going on?
Yeah, so the only thing that I've been playing is NCAA.
Hey.
Which all you guys that are praising this Madden 2.0 game, y'all need to pipe down, because this game is still just as fucking glitchy as Madden. But again, people were excited for something new, and I get it.
After you said that, after we talked, I started seeing, I'm like, oh, my phone be listening, because on my YouTube started populating, this game ain't just down. I'm like, oh, there, here it go. Nothing but hater videos. Now I'm like, oh.
Because I'm like, these, like, I was like, that's why I was like, I can't wait till I play the game, because I'm like, because people were like, yeah, I played the game for hours, and that's how I knew motherfuckers was lying. You wasn't playing for hours, because I played for it. When I first got the game, I played for a smooth 4 straight hours. Let me tell you something. If you want any playing time in Road to Glory, don't choose fucking 1 star. Don't choose it. The first 3 years is just full simulation. Like, and there's been people that say, no, I'm starting bullshit, or I don't know what you did, or and I know there's a hack to where if you make your player a certain size, a certain height,
I don't want to hack it. See, that's what I hate about 2K now.
98 and stuff.
That's what I hate about fucking 2K now. Everything's about a meta. Everything's about making a. We'll get into that. I want to get into that later, because we got to talk about that shit later too. Go ahead. No, I'm sorry. You playing. Sorry.
But yeah, so I and then there's a lot of different issues with the game. I won't go too hard on it. It's a fun game. It's new. It's different. It's been a long time since we've played college football. So the atmospheres, the different stadiums, hearing the bands and seeing the different atmospheres of all the different stadiums, like all that is dope. They did a really good job with stuff like that. But yeah, the game, I might even say this is more glitchier than, if it's not more glitchy, it's extremely arcadey. I'll say that. If y'all don't want to say it's glitchy, I'll say it's extreme, because the spinning is OP. It's like you damn near can't tackle somebody if they know how to time the spin move perfectly. The breaking tackles is like, these motherfuckers. There's almost a broken tackle on every play. It's insane.
But yeah, they wanted to be a little bit more arcadey.
Yeah, it definitely is. And if you go in with that mindset, then okay, cool. So defense.
These games have never been sim, because even Madden's not sim. Because they did the linebacker like jump backwards, and
it's way more sim.
Sure. It looks so it looks like they turned it up like 0.5. You know what I'm saying? It moves a lot faster. Like, just watching the videos, it's moving. Like, I'm like, oh, Madden don't move like that. That's how Madden used to look.
Yeah, it's if you compare
back in the day, Madden used to move like that.
I would compare it. I would say it's like a football Call of Duty, like the twitchiness, the fast pacedness. It's like
the way you can spin. The spin is spammable. I see the spin is like the nastiest. You can spin forever.
It is
crazy. Spin. Yeah, it's crazy.
Insane.
92 Thurman Thomas, Madden 92. That was my dude. I'm old, y'all. I'm old.
So but the gameplay is fun. It is a good time. Recruiting, if you play in Dynasty, is cool.
That's cool.
Road to Glory. I still haven't finished Road to Glory, because Road to Glory pisses me off, because they give you 25 times. Which I kind of respect that. They give you 25 times to audible out of a play. After you use up all your audibles, you have to use the coach's plays that he's picking for you. And the only issue I have with that is, like, if we're like 3rd and 12, they want to run the ball.
Yeah,
who's running on 3rd and 12?
Like, I mean, they just telling you,
and the game no, the game is stupid.
Yeah, we not doing that. Just run this motherfucker. Whatever happens.
And the game will be close, and then or you'll be within field goal range. listen to me. You are clearly within field goal range.
So you're saying all
and
that
when you read
storage,
at the bottom, this mother punted the.
So you're saying all that cloud storage? So you're saying all that cloud storage doesn't do anything for AI? Oh, dang! All that AI talk we had.
That's why we've had this talk before. All that is just marketing, because that is the word in the zeitgeist. 4K is the word, and 8K is the word, and it's like the console said 8K on the box.
It did. Now it don't.
Now it don't, because they took it off of this one so they can put it on the Pro.
For sure.
So
and nobody care about 8K.
If I had to 4K. Rate the game, I would say I give it about a 7.
That's fair.
You know, it's their first time back.
That's still a good game.
Years. Yeah, it's not bad. Like if you like college football, if you went to college,
and I think that probably boosted to a 9 or a 10 for some people because of the college football factor.
Absolutely.
And the fact that we haven't had a college football game in 10 years.
If you're a college fan, or if you went to college, like, man, or in the fact that they have real names.
Yeah,
like real player names and stuff like that, and they're actually getting paid for being in the games. You want
likeness
support.
And
that's
cool.
So one thing I will say is you spend a lot of time in the menu system. If you like are into Dynasty and stuff like that, you spend even if you're on Road to Glory, you spend a lot of time in the menu system. They need to figure out the music in that, because
I've heard the menus aren't good though.
You gonna be listening to them drums for so long. Like, I got to the point to where I just mute the game and I just put music on from because my gaming headphones connects to my phone, so I just turn.
But you don't want to hear the College Spice songs,
man. It gets too, because you're in the menus for too long. Like when you're recruiting and stuff like that, because the way you recruit in this game is really fun. It is fun. It gets pretty repetitive. But it's really fun, and you're trying to get the best recruits, so you got to figure out: do you want to hit them up on social media? Do you want to invite their family? Do you want to pick a game to invite them to? There's different little tactics that you have to do. You only get a certain amount of recruiting points. I'll say in the game is time. You only get a certain amount of recruiting time, and you have to spend it throughout all the players you're trying to recruit. So it's very strategic. It's really fun. It's like a game within a game itself. So that's why I say you're gonna spend a lot of time in the menus, and you're going to be hearing these, and it's going. In the beginning is dope. It's getting you hyped. You're like, yeah, man, it's college football. But then after that newness goes away, it's like, okay, this shit is getting irritating. So I ended up turning the menu music
down.
Where
the HBCUs at?
Well, we don't want to do that, because when you talk about race, it's frowned upon when you want to see your own people or your. Yeah. I agree. I would like to see that. So this right here, this is where the arguments go against Deion Sanders, because he has so much influence. Maybe if he would have stayed, they would have been in the game. And that's what people talk about when they're like, I don't think Deion sold out, but it's like that's what people would be considering, like selling out. Like if you would have stayed, the way you brought that notoriety while you was there, maybe you would have, and he did bring a lot of notoriety to Jackson. I never even really knew about Jackson State. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's in Mississippi.
So
unless you're very familiar with black HBCUs, then yeah, you wouldn't know about Jackson State.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them. I don't know every single. I know I'm black, but I don't know about every single HBCU. Sorry to let people know that. I don't know if I lose my black card or not.
Wait. You don't know everything about blackness, even though you're black. It's not tapped into our brains like through our third eye.
I don't know everything.
Yeah,
I don't know everything about Black history either.
No, you're gonna lose your card.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm. They coming to get it right now.
Oh, I know.
I see your blind shaking.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they coming. No, but no, it's a good game though. All jokes aside, it's a good game. I definitely recommend it. But if you can wait for it to go on sale, I'll say that. If you can wait for it to go on sale, wait for it to go on sale. You ain't like missing out on nothing. So But it's a good game and I like it. I'm happy with my purchase. So if you
That's
guys want to
good.
buy it right now, you can. So I don't feel like I
Did you buy
wasted
a
my money.
Did you buy a disc or digital?
You just trying to make conversation?
It's a sports title.
You just trying to make conversation?
Well, what I'm saying is a sports title, so
even trading in a sports title, you don't get no money from sports games.
Well, you just got to trade in earlier. You already know the rules. You already know the rules.
you gotta trade that shit in by December.
Whenever they announce the next game, you like, all right, it's that time. I guess I'm done with this motherfucker. Trade it in.
Yep.
Trade it in. Trade it. And then by that time, you might be able to find it on sale on digital. Nah,
I'm sure they're probably going to sell probably by the time Madden come out, there'll probably be like some kind of sale on it.
Why you didn't buy the bundle where you get both?
I was going to, but I needed to be responsible with my money.
Respect.
So that's where responsibility comes in, kids. You got to be like.
Sometimes you can't have it all.
Sometimes you can't.
Yeah, that's what being an adult.
But you know when I'm going to be an irresponsible adult? When GTA comes out.
You buying the collector's edition?
I bought the last. I don't even know what it's going to be.
The last
whatever the most expensive one is the one I'm getting.
The last two, 4 and 5, I got the collectors for 4 and 5 because the 4 was the safe, and then and it came with hella shit inside the safe, and then 5 was the hat, and it was something else. What else was in 5s? I just cared about the hat. I wanted that fucking hat. I missed that hat.
Something I didn't know that I just found out is Sony sells digital, like their special editions on the direct store.
Mm-hmm.
Or you get the special edition
without the disc.
You get the digital copy. Mm-hmm. Man, I wish I would have known that.
I mean, I did not. It's not like you didn't know somebody that worked there for a long time.
But no, but is that with all the special editions or just certain ones?
They tell you it depends, but a lot of them now, they do it mostly since they're going digital for most things. Like most special editions, you'll get the hard case, you just won't get a disc inside, which pissed a lot of people off too.
I don't know why they don't start selling that stuff on the PlayStation Store, on the console. We got to put our addresses in on the console. You got to put all that information in on the console. So why not sell it on the console too? Microsoft, you can buy an Xbox on the Xbox Store.
It's probably something they want to do at some point, but the store is built on out of paper mache.
Yeah, well, yeah, this is Sony.
As someone who worked there, the store is built out of paper mache. So any wrong move and it so I don't know if they want to incorporate that pipeline into, I don't know how long that would take, and maybe that's something they want to do eventually. Maybe that's something that team wants to do. Shout out to everybody that works on that team,
because going Pierre to the PlayStation Direct, it's like if it was just in the store already, they might get more sales because you're seeing it. So it's like it's there, it's easily accessible. Anytime it's easy to buy something, dangerous. That's why Amazon is so amazing. There's a reason why Amazon is the #1 store in the world.
I mean, I think Sony's so new to the space. They've only been doing digital retail for retail. Well, no. This direct, because this is all from PlayStation Direct. Yeah, gotcha. So they've only been doing it for like 2-3 years now, maybe. How
long ever the PlayStation been? What? No, direct. No, it didn't come out when the PlayStation launched. It came out like shortly after the PS5 launched, the direct store. Because
I should know that, but like I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. But either way, it's been like
because I know you couldn't pre-order a console from them. I know that because I for sure would have pre-ordered mine from Sony instead of anybody else.
Yeah, you could. It was just hella hard to get. Remember they were doing a raffle. Launch? Yeah. Okay. It was through Direct. Remember that was the only way to get consoles for a while. Was a lot of people remember they was doing them raffles through Direct. Oh yeah, you could definitely get it through Direct. That was the first. I think that was the first thing they saw hardware wise. I can't remember, but yeah, I remember that being a big thing for Direct. Unless I'm tripping, but I remember trying to get PlayStations off PlayStation Direct. PS5s off PS Direct, and I think I helped a couple people off PS Direct because I remember they had the thing you had to go on like all their yeah. Actually, yes. What the fuck am I talking about? Because you had to click the fucking link and wait the timer, and then you did yeah. Definitely PS Direct. So play PS5. That shit was a shit show. Because it was just so hard. Because at that time it was just so hard to everybody in the world was, and people were cheating them too. You trying to sell them. So yeah, that was a wild time.
So what you been playing?
I have been playing The First Descendant. I put some time into that. I finally downloaded The First Descendant. So I've been playing that. And it's fun.
You play way more Destiny than me. So what's your take on it?
It's like a third person Destiny. It's not as refined, but it's fun. It's a fun game. I like the character. All the characters have different mechanics. I like the swinging. The movement's really good. The enemies are, cool, but it's really fun. It's a fun game. I haven't really played with any friends yet. I've been planning on playing solo, just trying to level up. Yeah, we can. But it's fun.
I like
it's
fun. The little grappling thing.
Yeah, you hook
around. I like that.
And you can move in it, and
it gets better as you level
I'm
up.
sure. I mean, that's just like Destiny. Yeah, like Destiny. All those games, once you start leveling up, the enemies get harder, the weapons get better. And after you beat the game, it's the end game, and that's where you get the cool weapons and the cool character. Yeah.
All that's
all the same. It's all the same. Yeah. So I knew it when I was like, oh, it's Destiny. It even feels like Destiny. The hub is like Destiny. It's like
the main menu icon or your quest icons and stuff like that.
The story is a crock of shit. I don't remember any lines that anybody has ever spoken. It's all a bunch of just blah 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 blah. All that shit is the worst AI dialogue ever, but it's fun.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into the news this week. Like I was saying earlier, it's interesting. A game that we've been talking about that we would like to see is coming back, but not in the way that we want it to come back. Which that's the House of Dead 2. I don't know how they determined they was going to start with 2, but nonetheless, the House of Dead 2 remake is coming to Switch. So, good job remaking the game. Wrong course of action. That should be a VR game. But here's to hoping that it may turn into that. But
I mean, it could be fun on the Switch.
For sure.
Because it does have motion controllers. So I forgot about that. So you can use that to track the... So that could be fun. But yeah, fuck, man, they're missing such a huge opportunity. I mean, I don't know if it's huge. Let me not say that. I don't know what the fuck's happening.
I think so.
Now. Yeah, I do too. But
true.
I just think if they made these shooters, these old school arcade shooters in VR,
rail shooters specifically,
rail shooters as they call them, but these type of shooters would translate to VR so well. I just don't understand.
They have rail shooters in VR.
Yeah,
why not bring one of the classics to it?
All the classic Sega, like you have a catalog of these games, Virtual Cop 2, House of the Dead, how many ever there are of those, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm sure there's a few other games that were not, but those games should be able to be VR games. I don't know why someone hasn't done that. Who owns Time
Crisis?
That's Namco. So Bandai.
So that's another one.
Yeah, but that's only I mean, we haven't seen one of those on console since the PS3.
Yeah, it's been a minute because I remember I'm the king of buying peripherals on PlayStation, and I remember it came in a big box. You got the blue and the red gun. So, but yeah, so that game is coming out.
Always like that.
Next up, former Rockstar dev says keep those GTA 6 expectations in check as technology is moving much slower, which, again, that's questionable. So we may not see something like the jump from San Andreas to GTA 4. I mean,
is the game good?
Number one.
That's number one.
Is the game good? Facts.
Yeah.
But again, technology isn't moving the technology is moving much slower. In what world? I mean, forgive me if I'm. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like technology continues to move at an alarming rate.
I think they're talking about the gaming industry though, and graphics. Graphics have kind of stale.
Maybe.
I think that's what they're saying. Like, you know, it's not the jump from 1080p to 4K or whatever it was, or whatever. What was it from PS3 to PS4? Is that what he's saying? He's saying 4 to 5, right? Oh no, that's 3. So he's basically saying from PS. Well, no, PS3 was what? Wait, hold on.
PS3 was 1080.
Yeah, so both San Andreas 4 and 5 were on the PS3, right?
Yeah, because 4 was New York.
Yeah, and that was on PS360 and PS3, and then so was GTA 5 at the end of the life cycle.
GTA 5 came at the end of literally came out October, so a couple of months before the new consoles came out.
So I'm assuming he's talking about maybe their graphics engine.
That's why
obviously,
I
think
know what he's talking about, because if anything, I would expect this to be a bigger jump from GTA 4 to.
Have we seen Red Dead Redemption? Have you seen?
And I felt Red Dead Redemption looked really good, even in comparison to GTA.
It looked way better than GTA 5 San Andreas. We had a debate earlier.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm minding my words.
I'll just play it. GTA 5. Yeah, I mean, of course it does. Just the world itself is just more fleshed out than fucking like. It's so dense. It's so crazy in Red Dead.
I mean,
so
GTA skipped a console generation, so I don't know how it couldn't be bigger.
It's going to look better. It's going to look better by default.
So that's why his statement is kind. That's why
I think he means for the delusional people that like see these videos online and think GTA about to look like some super high res.
From that trailer, that ass looked good.
It looked good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like that game looked good.
Good enough to have me in the strip club spending all my GTA bucks.
No one, because you're like once you see it on your screen, it's gonna look good, or people are gonna enjoy it, unless it's just trash, which is possible.
That would be.
Which
crazy.
Is not. It's not impossible, because the guys that made a lot of the guys that made GTA are gone. Shit, I'm afraid for Red Dead Redemption 2 if they make another. You know what I'm saying? A Red Dead Redemption 3, because it's like, it's like damn. So it's gonna be interesting to see. GTA might flop.
So, going into the article, I'm gonna go ahead and read some of what he had to say. He said, because you could never. Obviously, I'm starting deep in the article, because you could never have the jump. The jump from GTA 2 to 3 was big. Agreed. And from San Andreas to GTA 4 was very big.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It was.
I had to think back for a second. And then he said, I don't think we can ever see a jump like that again, he adds. I wish he would have went into, because he doesn't go into detail, like why, how could you, again, I think the jump, if they do it right, I think the jump could be bigger, because again, GTA skipped a whole, the PlayStation 4 is the only console a new GTA never came out for. So they missed a whole generation. How could this not be a larger jump? Yeah. Unless he's not including online. So let's say we take away online. They already said the map is close to double the size. If we're basing it off of that, if we're basing it off of graphical fidelity, we're going from 1080p to now truly being in 4K.
We don't know if it's going to be in 4K or not.
Right. I'm assuming it's probably. I don't know. Depending on the settings, we'll see.
We just don't know. Well, Rockstar don't usually let you, you know what I'm saying? Or I mean, I don't
Well,
know how they
what
gonna do
you
it
know
on
how they do
console.
this generation where they do
Yeah,
the 30
quality
to
performance. Yeah, quality performance. Yes, I guess that's true.
So yeah, I thought reading the article or reading his quote would give a clear statement, and it doesn't. So yeah, I would have loved it for him to elaborate more because I don't understand. Again, from my opinion, I would think it would be a larger because San Andreas came out on PS2. GTA 4 came out on PS4, and then, or excuse me, came out on PS3, and then from GTA 4 to 5, 5 came out on PS3 as well, and now from PlayStation 3, we have not had since PlayStation 3, we haven't had a brand new built from the ground up GTA. They've just been continuing to
two
update.
Rockstar games within that time. We've only had 2 Rockstar games, so it's not like they've been pumping out two Rockstar games in a console, almost 2 console cycles. 2 when they used to pump out games,
and they didn't even put in work in Red Dead Redemption post release. How they have with freaking Gran Turismo. I mean, excuse me, Grand Theft Auto.
And it still sells.
Oh my god, yeah, it's crazy. I'm sure if I
both
pulled
of them
up one of these
sell.
top
10
they're
both on there.
lists,
They're both there. They're both there. They're both They're both still exist. No one has faded to darkness. They both getting bought. It's crazy. 85,000 years after their existence, they still sell. Like,
so let's get into this Bungie debacle. Like,
I was gonna give you a hot take though.
Oh, give it to me.
Photorealism is killing gaming.
What game looks photorealistic?
I just think that the desire, the constant need to like try to strive to have like everything be as real as possible, or like, because we like games used to have destructibility and like physics and shit. Now everything's is like leaves don't move when you walk through them and shit. It's like, yeah.
Because I remember one of the first games to really, really have destructibility was Black, and that's why Black
Red Faction
blew up the way that it did. And
well,
then,
Black because it was fucking an action movie in the guns, and they used fucking sounds from fucking Die Hard and shit. So
right,
it was
it had destructible environments. Like we had never seen anything like that before.
Battlefield had destructible environments. That company
prior to Black came out on PS2. The end of PS2.
And Red Faction came out before Black.
So, well, I'm not saying games never had destructibility, but I'm just thinking, like, and we've talked about even Call of Duty. As long as Call of Duty's been out, we've been talking about having destructibility in Call of Duty for years now, and that's still really not a thing. It's still not a thing. I just feel like that's just something that developers have been lazy with, honestly.
I know. I just think they shifted away from that to focus more on the fidelity of games. That's why the worlds we prance around just very manicured. They're beautiful to look at, but you can't touch anything in these worlds. You know what I'm saying? Like Alan Wake is beautiful. I love Alan Wake, and I'm having hella fun playing it. But it's, when you think about it from outside and just looking at it, it's like I can't do anything in this world outside of just look at it and walk around to the place I need to go. And that's where we got to, where like there's no like creativity. Everything's just like these pretty porcelain shells that you walk around and do stuff in. It's like, damn, what if I just wanted to bust that door down and just go through it? I should be able to do that. Where is that inventiveness in gaming? But the problem is there's no money in that.
I really feel that it's less of the photorealism and more of the fact that every game is open world now.
Well, replay value is turning to money. So replay value used to be something that you would do to play, to earn the things, and you love the game and you're playing it a different way. But now they've turned replay value into microtransactions and battle passes. So that's why most games, the replay value comes from games like Helldivers and Call of Duty and Battlefield, because they have Apex Legends and so forth, which is in trouble right now for, their shit. So everybody, all these games, that's what replay value is. That's why you play a single player game and you don't play it again unless it's just like super amazing, because it doesn't have replay value, because they've kind of like changed the way replay value works now. because the games aren't.
They're not creative enough, honestly.
Yeah.
Because Spider-Man had a ton of replay value. Like, they added New Game Plus. I went back in there and I, played it again. Got the little trophy that came with it. Then the original Spider-Man added all that DLC, which made me go back in there. So it's like it can be done with single-player games. I just feel like they just are lazy when they do it, because it's like,
yeah, but Spider-Man.
Look at what's CD Projekt Red, not Wolfenstein. What's the name of that game? Not Cyberpunk, but
Wolfenstein. Oh, The Witcher.
The Witcher. Like, that's a single player game. They added hundreds of hours of gameplay. Like,
right.
I just feel like they just kind of pick and choose. Like, why couldn't they do something like that with God of War?
But they have. They've given free content with God of War.
No, that's what I'm saying. But typically, it's the linear games, the less open world-esque type games. Because, yes, God of War is open world, but it's not like...
It's not open world.
Like a GTA type of open world.
It's not an open world game. It's corridor. You just have to go to the next corridor to go to this place. Then they only can go so many places, and they funnel you into an open space. Then you have to go down a lane.
Right.
It's not
which is. But well, I mean, they market it as that. That's what it says in the items. But I agree. That's why I use a game like God of War as an example. It's like, well, what's stopping you from doing that? Because you can. It's open world enough for you to be able to add things within the world. So, I don't know. I don't know. Gaming is just like you kind of said earlier. Gaming is just it's in a weird space right now, man. It's in a very weird space, and that's coming from two people who has worked in the industry, has followed the industry forever, has been making content. We've been recording these podcasts, this news for years, like.
We've just been alive.
Yes, this variation of the podcast is new.
We've
been doing this shit for a minute, and even playing these games and owning these consoles, and it's just like the gaming industry is in a weird ass space right now.
Very weird. I've seen it go through a couple of these changes. I mean, we've seen it go through a couple of things, but this one feels different.
Drastically.
It feels different,
like,
and it's very tech bro.
We normally are able to predict what's going to happen. Now, I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even tell you. Like, we saw the price for the first time ever go up. That's never happened in gaming history
months
ever.
After a release of the console, or a year after.
Like, there still hasn't been a price drop on the PlayStation or the Xbox. 4 years into it, normally by 2.5.
And they're adding SKUs.
Definitely once the Slim console comes out, there's a price drop.
And they're adding more SKUs. They're adding, both of them are adding SKUs. No drops on either of those, and they're adding SKUs. So that means more money. So it's like we keep buying it. I mean, gaming is just, I love it. So, because it's my favorite form of entertainment outside of film and television. You know what I'm saying? And obviously sports, basketball, whatever, hockey or whatever. But, man, it is in a sour state right now when it just comes to like, how games are being treated. And what I was going to say is, as someone who grew up in the Bay Area, I got to watch the Bay Area change. I got to watch Silicon Valley. I mean, Silicon Valley's been here longer than I've been here, right? Like, people don't understand that. Like, Silicon Valley isn't new. Silicon Valley's been around since the 70s, right? Since the 80s. It's just what we call it's just what we call the South Bay. San Jose, Palo Alto, Cupertino, all that stuff was Silicon Valley, because that's all the tech, HP and all that shit was down there. So it's Silicon Valley. That's why they make the silicon, right? IBM, so forth, Xerox, Atari, all those guys were down there at the time. So that's why it was Silicon Valley. That's where the silicon computer chips were made at the time. Obviously now that shit's outsourced to India and China and Japan, wherever else. But it used to be here. That shit used to happen in the Bay Area. So that's why it's called Silicon Valley, because that's where the chips used to get pressed, right? But I mean, watching Silicon Valley turn into what it's turned to, I've watched every medium from music to movies get tech broified, and it's happening to gaming. And we're starting to see that, that shit's happening to gaming. It got hella corporate. And this little indie art project that we all grew up loving is starting to turn into, corporate shit, just like everything else that goes corporate. And it's not like corporate is always bad, but most times they're always bad because what happens is corporate is trying to make money. They're not necessarily trying to do what's cool. They only fucked with what you were doing because it was cool. They're not cool because if they were cool, they would need to do that, right? They come by the cool.
Actually, I would have to say they started fucking with it once they saw a liable market there and they saw the industry
well, they saw the money,
steam and making money.
Right. Yeah. They saw that, and
once the gaming industry passed up music and then passed up the movie industry, they was like, wait a minute,
because
these nerds is over here doing something.
No, it wasn't, because it wasn't nerdy no more. It became cool. It was nerdy back in the 80s and the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. But at a certain point after after Super Nintendo, I'm not Super Nintendo, but N64, that shifted where gaming started to become like, whoa. There's some fire shit over here. Soul Calibur, some NBA 2, you know what I'm saying? All that shit started popping up. Not just Mario, some cool shit started popping. And then people that never played games started playing games, and it just grew over time. And now here we are where people are like, oh, wow, it's money to be made over there because guess what? Cool sells. It always does. Every time. When something's cool, it sells, and then corporate comes in and tries to expand on it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it works. And I feel like we're in like a corporate version of gaming. Everything is being marketed to you as like something you need to buy to make more money. And then also they'll tell you like, oh, we're making this live service to make more money so that you can buy into this so that we can make more games for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, God damn, you telling me how you gambling my money. You know what I'm saying? Like you need me to gamble with you so that you can make good games for me now. What happened to just making good games and we buy them? It's like, damn, cold game.
I mean, for me, I always appreciate the upfront approach. Like, yo, tell me what it is. However, I mean, they're just in it to make money. Now, whether they're going to turn around and reuse that money to actually make a good game is subjective. Half the time, that's probably not the case. Is to fatten their pockets with them fucking bonuses. Sure. However, staying on the fact of Silicon Valley. Intel just cut off or just had a layoff of over 15,000 jobs. That's massive.
That's fucking crazy.
15,000. I obviously wish the best for all those employees, but I hope they bounce back on their feet. That's a lot of people to get let go at one time. There's companies that's not that. That is like, to put that in perspective. Basketball arenas pretty much fill on average about 15,000 people. That's a sold out stadium of people that just lost their job, like that are not making any money. That man, the world and the economy is taking a hit for sure.
We still reeling from COVID.
Man,
still reeling from COVID. These all the COVID bits, all the overhires during that when they was making all that money. This is all these job cuts are the overhires and the overspending. They all starting up. If you notice, it's not just like one company. It's not like, oh, shame on you, Sony. It's like once one of them does it, they all do it. Depending on the size, some don't have to do it as big as others, but once one does it, they're all gonna do it at some point.
Yeah, 15,000 is crazy.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot. Keep your head on this if you work in tech.
Next up in news, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is 40% off. So, go stack up. If you are, and this is right before the price hike, because again, the price of Xbox Game Pass goes up in September. So, go get them damn cards. Remember though, don't put them all in actually, you can't put them all in the system right now because it's for September. So, yeah, it's 40% off. I'd snatch up as many of them bad boys as possible. So go get it.
I'm looking here. CD Keys has it cheaper. So if you only go to CD keys.
Yeah, stack up because that price is going up.
Yeah.
I wish they would have had something like that for Sony before they went up in price.
Did we talk about our man at Bungie?
Oh yeah, actually, we skipped. We can save that for last because we're gonna be talking about that for a minute.
That hits close.
Xbox Game Pass, or excuse me, Xbox Gamescom. They're going to be showing over 50 games. Now, to be fair, some of those are third party, but they're going to be streaming gameplay from all 50 games.
That's cool.
So I'm excited to see that. I actually think that's pretty cool.
Stalker 2, Star Wars Outlaws, which is getting some.
Yeah, depending on who
Squirrel
you
with a gun.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Squirrel with a gun.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Squirrel with a gun. Avowed. I'm actually excited for Avowed. I don't know about Starfield. Shatterplay. I never played Starfield, which I was excited for Starfield. Yeah, Indiana Jones. I do want to play that this year. And Space Marines 2 actually looks pretty fun. I don't know if you've looked into Warhammer Space Marines 2. It looks pretty fucking fun. So I do want to see this gameplay. I will be paying attention to this because this could be interesting.
Yep. So yeah, they definitely plan on taking over Gamescom. They're like, yo,
because
y'all don't want to come. Yeah, they like, y'all don't want to come. We'll take advantage, as you should.
Might as well. Yeah, why not? You not showing up, big dog. Go do your thing in Japan.
So Gamescom is from August 21st through the 25th. So check that out. Keep your eyes to the tubes and Twitch. There's going to be a lot of stuff popping up in those two spaces. Next up with that, Amazon is giving away 20 free games this month. So if you guys are on the Luma service, and if you're not, if you sign in, you can claim those games. But they're not giving them all away at one time. So right now, today, they're giving away Steam World Heist, Deus Ex Mankind, Tomb Raider, The Angel of Darkness, and also Tomb Raider, The Last Revelation and Chronicles. So they are pretty much doing theirs the way that Epic does theirs in their store. Like Epic has 4 free games, but they stagger out. They don't allow you, like with PlayStation, to get all the free games at the beginning of the month. They stagger them out. So the dates that you'll want to watch out for is August 8th, August 15th, August 22nd, and August 29th. So bookmark that, put it in your calendars, go on there and claim your free game.
Once a week, every week in August.
If you don't want, even if you don't have the service, you can still claim them. And then if you end up getting a service, boom, they're in your library. As long as you got an Amazon Prime account, you're good to go. So, figure I'll let you guys know about that anytime there's some free games popping up.
Who? Wait, hold on. Who you letting know about this?
Anybody who likes free games.
Yeah, but they
knows?
also
what if Luma blows up one day and it's like, hey, that's where we're playing games at. Well, at least you got these free games. I tell people to add.
Luma has a better. Grand Theft Auto 6 has a better chance of flopping than Luma blowing up.
I agree with that. But I always tell people, you never know. Just like my people now. Like I'll be telling people, you play Fortnite, you got an Epic account. Just go in there and claim the games. You may build a PC one day. You never know. And that way you have a library of games just waiting for you to try out and play. I tell people with PlayStation Plus, you're paying for this.
Yeah,
you think you may not be playing these games.
With PlayStation Plus, you pay for it. You need to do it. It's almost like you should just see what they got. It's almost dumb not to. Like you're an idiot.
Just add it to your library. That's all you got to do. You got to download it.
Bag it. Yeah, just bag it. Because one day you might be like, because now that is your game, so you can go back and play it later.
For me, I didn't know I was going to end up getting a steering wheel one day. And y'all can see it right there. And I ended up getting a steering wheel. And then all of a sudden, I had all these driving games that I had claimed that I didn't think I was going to play. Well, now would you look at that? Which I still haven't tried out GTA with the steering wheel. I need to do that.
I didn't do it either. That day I said I was going to do it.
NBA 2K promises the biggest change, I bet, to the game's engine in many years. You believe it, Tay?
You know, it's funny. I saw a video. Well, I didn't see it. It popped up on my YouTube, and I didn't watch it. But it was a video showing like the differences between animations. So I was gonna watch it.
I seen it on IG.
Yeah, I was gonna watch it. I mean, from the trailer I saw today, it it does look smoother.
They get everybody with them animation videos every year.
Sure.
Though.
That's not all the game is about is animation. The animations are cool, and I love that they get closer to real life and stuff runs like stuff. Yeah. Oh, of course, you want your play. Listen, I love that we're getting to a point, or we're at a point in sports games where players actually throw like players. We remember we grew up, your players were dots, or they were all the same person. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that we're out, these are things that I've always wanted from sports games is like the player to move and feel like or do the same thing and kind of shoot like now we're there. KD plays like KD, you know, he moves and shoots like KD. And if you know how to use the game, you can play like him. Curry, step back, the whole thing. Harden, they have it all now. So I like that they're trying to get better, more fluid with the animation. That's always the thing with sports games too, is the fluidity. They sometimes just get a little, you know, you trying to drive past something. It's like a little like, it's like, oh, it's a game. Here it is. I just pump faked you. Somehow you recovered. Cool, I guess. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so
it happens sometimes.
Yeah, it does, I guess. You just fly the other way when you jump straight up. But you know, I've done that before. But I'm happy. I mean, do I think it's gonna be anything? No. It'll be like for show, but then it won't really go nowhere. I mean, 2K is just on autopilot right now, dog. They don't have to be. No one's.
I haven't got a new 2K in I think since 23.
I haven't bought a 2K. Well, you know, I have.
Shit! I haven't bought a 2K in forever. This guy I used to know that worked for Sony used to hook it up, but I couldn't tell you the actual last 2K that I purchased. Man, but I honestly, I really think that I'm done with 2K for real.
I've been.
That's what I'm saying. Like, had it not been for you,
no. But here I'm trying to put it into perspective. Even when I would get them, I didn't play it no more.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't play it like that. It was more so somebody come over and want to play it. And then
I'm trying to think the last 2K I played when I played, and it's like, it has to be a teens. It has to be like 17 or something, where I'm like, I got a character.
I played was when they first brought, it was the second year that they like overhauled the park, and it was like the new thing, and everybody was on it. Everybody got hella good and glitched it out.
Well, no. Here's the thing: everybody didn't get hella good. They made it to where you could pay for it, and now you have to pay for it, and that's the fucked up part about gaming, because you want to do stuff like that, and it used to be, well, I've played 50 hours, so I've earned enough to be good at this game. It shows everybody around me my badge means I'm good, I work. Now it don't mean that no more. Now it mean I could pay $100 extra because I got the $100 extra, and I'm a content creator, and I just write this off of my taxes to have the best badge moves, and I make a video. We gonna make videos about, oh, you want the perfect mode, you want the perfect build. People study the builds, how to make the perfect. So it's like, because of that, the fluidity of making players making like weird play, like it's like, nah, if you're not the meta, if you're not playing as a meta character, you almost like obsolete, or you're gonna get cooked if you want to play it to be serious. Now if you just playing to have fun, fine, but the shit's still wacky. Like, it's hard. Yeah, it's fucked up.
That was the last time I played like seriously, and then after that, the next year, that's when all the goofy stuff started, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm done. So,
no,
and I haven't been in 2K ever since. So.
Sports games are. I used to love franchise in Madden and 2K, and 2K had a better franchise for years, and it's so bad now.
Yeah, nobody cares about franchise anymore because that's not where the money is.
That's where the money is.
Not where the money is, baby.
And cards. Diamond LeBron, pink diamond KD.
Yep.
Gold Ronaldo, a diamond Ronaldo.
But for all of you guys that are into NBA 2K, their schedule over the next week, they have a roadmap. So the week of August 5th, they're going to be talking about my player, my career. The week of August 12th, they'll be talking about my NBA and the W. The week of August 19th, they'll be talking about my team. The week of August the 26th, they'll be talking about the city. The week of September 2nd, they'll be talking about season 1, or it will be a preview of season 1, and 2K Beats soundtrack revealed. September 4th, early access period begins, because that's a thing now in gaming, which I'm not against that. Like, if you pre-order it, like,
I'm against it.
We about to talk about that. And then last September 6th is the global launch of NBA 2K25. Let's get into that. Talk to me.
It's crap. It's crap. Analytics is crap. It's crap, dog. It's crap. It's a bunch of bullshit. Like, because every game is doing it now. Star Wars Outlaws has it. It's like you're charging me extra bread just to play your game 3 days early, not a month, not a week. 3 days, and I gotta give you how many extra dollars? That's just letting people know, like, I know you thirsty, and you gonna pay me $40 extra to get this game early. And it's like, no, bruh, stop it. Just wait till it comes out.
I haven't seen it done like that. What I've seen is pretty much just pre-ordering the game. You'll get it 3 days early.
Stop pre-ordering the game.
If it's not a pre-order it, if you don't pre-order it, if you get one of the, it's built into one of the special editions that was already going to be there anyway. They're just adding like the 3 days early to play. I don't have a problem with that. Now, if they did something like, the game costs $69.99, you want to get it 3 days early, $99.99.
That's how they're doing. That's what they doing.
See, I haven't seen it like that where it's just you're just paying to get it early.
Yes. You paying? It's a part of like the special edition pack. It's like if you buy the Ultimate Edition players get to play it 3 days early. Fuck that. That's dumb. You're just trying to make. Why are the Ultimate players different than any other player? Because you bought the Ultimate Pass. So dumb. It's another way to milk and dime the player, and it's not like you're getting a real advantage of playing.
Well, my
the game.
thing is they would have offered you that special edition anyway.
But
that special edition would have been there?
Here's the thing. Do you need to pay to play it 3 days early, though, is what I'm saying.
We in a generation that can't wait.
And that's a problem. And that's a bigger problem, too. But
my thing is, you were already going to offer me these special edition bundles anyway.
But the bundles are all bullshit anyway, because they'll add shit that's like,
they'll be like 2 cosmetic items, 3 potions,
not worth
and 2 swords.
It's not worth it. And then you're going to be
9 times out of 10, it's not.
And the shit that they give you is going to be, I was just having this conversation the other day with the homie Ian, yesterday actually. And the shit that they give you is going to be obsolete by the time you start the game anyway. So you're going to get this fancy ass piece of armor that's only going to last you for 5 levels. And then you're going to be done with that shit because you're going to get something better. You're going to be like, fuck that armor. Or fuck them boots. Or fuck whatever it is. So it's not like it's going to be like, you're going to use this the whole game. It's going to be the best thing you ever bought. Why'd I buy this? Just to look good for the first couple hours of the game?
Just to give you an extra boost?
For the first couple hours of the game, it's the stupidest shit, bro. It's like, damn, Ultimate Edition collectors just used to means they used to have their like real things. Like now it's just like they be adding a bunch of
the thing is
NFTs.
digital special editions have always been trash.
NFTs,
so this is for me. This ain't nothing new to me. Digital editions have always been trash. It's the physical special editions that have always been good.
I'm just not a fan of
actual tangible items and things of that nature. I've always felt that the digital special editions were garbage.
It's an oversaturation of buy our game early, because it used to not be limited to just the Ultimate Edition. It used to just be like, oh, if you pre-order Madden early, you get to play it on whatever day early, unless I'm tripping. Or I don't remember having to buy the highest edition. You know what I'm saying?
Well, sometimes it's not the highest edition. Sometimes it is just for pre-ordering the game. You'll get it 3 days early.
What game?
Oh, I'll have to go back and look, but because not all of them
paywalls now.
Not all of them have it to where you have to get the highest special edition. You just get any of the special editions and you'll be able to get it 3 days early.
Maybe sports, but I know Star Wars isn't doing that. Star Wars is not
So
doing that. Somebody else not doing. I'm just not a fan of charging. I mean, like, I think when it was, but it's just like everything. When it first started, it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like back in the day when they did it with Madden and 2K, like it's like, oh, because that's back when. I mean, I guess I played them more, maybe. I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't know. It just seems kind of grimy now. Maybe I'm a little smarter about it, or I feel better about, I feel different about it. But it just seems kind of grimy to charge somebody on the just charge
yeah,
them.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it because the thing is it's not. My thing is as long as they're not forcing you to do something, as long as it's something that is like this is optional, and if you choose to pay this amount, then so be it. Go ahead and pay for it if that's what you want to do with your money. As long as they're not forcing something on you, that's just the thing that I just don't want the gaming industry to get to is where they start forcing you to have to do certain things. And as long as this stays optional and it's like, hey, if you want to, hey, you could pay X amount of dollars and get the games 3 days early. I check this out. I wouldn't be shocked if it goes to a tier system at some point. You want to get the games 3 days? You want to get the game 3 days early, 7 days early, 2 weeks early, a month early? I will not be shocked if they start having like hella just special editions to where you get the game earlier and earlier. I would not be shocked at something like that. I could definitely see something like that going down eventually, especially with these digital games. Because once the game goes gold, the game is done. Like back in the day, when things were physical, the game would go gold. They have to send it off to get pressed and mastered and all that good stuff. And so you had to wait that additional month for a game to be done. But now,
Well,
once the game goes gold, it's like
with
boom.
Nintendo, when Nintendo games go gold, they're done. When Sony and Microsoft and PC
Well,
developers go gold, they're not done. let me tell y'all something. So when your favorite title, like, we're done, we did it, y'all, we're finished, we go. It's like, no, y'all just passed TRCs. Yeah, you're good enough to be able to sell your game, but guess what? You still got a patch coming day one.
Day one.
For sure. That means they still
It's
working on that
crazy.
game. Yeah, and maybe you're gonna get two
That's
patches
crazy how like every game now, like
because
it's just
it buys them
it's a
time.
thing in the
Well,
industry now. I remember when that
well,
wasn't even a thing.
because Sony has harder TRCs, Microsoft doesn't, and um, all the publishers. If the publishers complain, and if the publishers say, "Hey, man, Microsoft let us do it. Why the fuck you not letting us do it?" You know what's gonna happen next? Because we used to be way tougher on all that stuff like TRCs and QA checking and all that stuff on all those on the games and the store. Tough, like tough to where. But Microsoft and Nintendo like, whatever, it's cool.
Yep. So
And
they became a
because
little
of that,
bitch.
and because of that, if you it wasn't. They had no choice. It's get down and lay down. So
They
like,
should have
if
they should have stayed on their square. We the premier
you can't,
console. Be
you
Apple.
can't. They weren't at the
Stand
time.
on business.
They weren't at the time. They weren't. They were still in a fight. They couldn't. So whatever they
Oh,
did,
that
they
must have
kind of
been
had
the
to counter.
PS3 generation then.
No, it's PS4. It was early PS4 generation.
Oh, then they was winning then.
Whatever they, as you can see, everything changed. And them TRCs, the quality is different because there's a lot of bugs and things that happen in games that they wouldn't slide. It'd be like, nah, this ain't coming out. It's a fail. Sorry, work your game over. But now it's because they go faster because they patching because of being able to patch your game. It's that's it. You can just patch your game, so you basically get more time. So if your game passed the TRCs now, which are probably way lighter, way easier to pass, and probably don't even really get checked as well, you just patch it later. It's cool. That's how it works.
That is definitely how it works these days.
That's exactly how it works. Take it from me. Take it from me, man. That's how it works, man. That's how I do. That's how they do it. That's how they do it.
Bitches be tripping, man.
It changed. It was tougher all the time, man. It was tougher. It was a way tougher experience for publishers to get onto the store, and then everybody else got light, and they was like, "Hey, man, you not letting us do it." So they just was like, "Fuck it, let them go." And then once it happens, it's over. You're never going back. Once the box open, you can't. Especially once your big publishers start complaining. The big ones, the ones that really bring you money, that'll be like, hey man, we go over here. If you know what I'm saying? Oh, whoa, hey, ho. That's what happened. And it's like, whoa, okay. You're right. It's a little hard over there. That's what happened. It changed that whole shit on their ass. Shit got light, sent them motherfuckers to Europe. I ain't telling nothing but truths. Sent that whole team to Europe. Like, cheaper labor, send it over there. It's cool. And then ever since, that's how it goes. Shout out to all those guys over there if they still got jobs.
Hopefully they do.
Yeah, I hope so.
And we actually got one more piece of news.
Damn.
And that's actually, no, we don't. Let's actually talk about that. Former Bungie dev.
Yeah.
Bungie is in a shit show, ladies and gentlemen. Not only did they lay off employees, right? Their CEO spent $2.4 million on a vintage car collection. Over the past 2 years, he's been buying up cars, spending up the dough.
And flexing it to the coworkers. And it was also not rumored, but I guess it's rumored allegedly, but somebody that worked there was like just 2 days prior to the layoffs today, or that was today, right? Am I losing track of time? Yep. That was this morning, correct? Yeah, prior to the layoffs. So 2 days ago, he was already inviting people. He was inviting people to come see his car collection, and now those people are like me.
That's not funny.
That's funny. It's fucked up, but it is. I mean, you gotta laugh at the shit, but it's true. They like me. So I wish them the best. I know what a lot of them are going through. And that's for the Intel, all the people at these places that I got to experience it. So I feel for you. I wish you the best. It's a fight out there. Some of you gonna make it. Some of you gonna have to figure out something new, or just wait your time.
I was curious how you was gonna come with that one. Some of you gonna make it. Some of y'all motherfuckers ain't. I didn't know where you was getting ready to go.
I mean, it's wild out there, man, and especially in the industry that a lot of us are in. It's tough. And it's just tough right now all across the board. Fake job postings, the
Wait,
lot. Oh yeah, we don't want to get into that shit, bro.
I guess I'm not surprised by that actually. When
these companies post fake job postings because they have no intention of actually hiring for that position, but they do want to look like they're hiring so that it looks like they're doing good as a company. So yeah, you got to deal with that too. You got to deal with AI bots, AI bots rejecting your email before a human even sees it, because they can just put in what they're looking for, and if you don't hit what the AI hit, you're gonna get an email back ASAP, like, sorry, you didn't qualify. We'll keep you on file for something else. But it's a game, man. It's not what you know, it's who you know. So hopefully you guys have networks that you can tap into and people that you can get resources from that can help you, because that seems like it's the way to go right now is your network and trying to figure it out. But it's tough out there, man. I feel bad for them, but yeah, it's just tough. It's a tough industry right now. It used to be so steady. Used to feel so steady, even in the validity of it, but now it's just like.
So is Bungie even Bungie anymore?
I mean, the heads are still there. It seems like a lot of the execs and the people that I guess are still there. So I don't know, because this ain't their first layoff. They had layoffs before where they let go of the long-time fucking composer of Bungie, and a bunch of people got let go. So it's like, and that was happening when I was still at PlayStation. So this is their second round of layoffs. So they probably gonna have a third. And who else is gonna have a second round? Because this is Bungie's second round of layoffs, I think, this year. They had layoffs early in January or February, right before I got laid off. So, or December. So, yeah, man, it's just spooky. but it's a tough industry. It is. It's really tough right now, and it's disheartening because the people that care about it are kind of getting fucked over. So, but it'll make $1 billion. They'll be fine. All the execs will get bonuses. It's true. It's true.
Yeah, so some people, from what I've been reading, some people got laid off.
Yeah,
some people got other jobs within Sony.
So they don't feel bad.
Pretty much, Sony did a takeover.
Yeah.
For people that don't understand what's going on, Sony pretty much did a takeover. Sony bought Bungie, gave them their independence, and allowed them to do what they wanted to do. And then shit pretty much hit the fan. Sony was
because Bungie lied, and Bungie basically fudged their books, and basically probably oversold some shit that they had cooking, and they're Bungie, so it's kind of like hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got the sauce.
It kind of sound like your ex-president fudging numbers.
Who?
Your ex-president sound like him fudging numbers.
I almost said something on live, whatever this is.
Hey, baby,
we ain't
got no sponsors yet.
I'm gonna keep your brother anonymous. You must be talking to the wrong person. Hey, listen. So, I don't know, man. Looks like Bungie fleeced Sony. Shout out to Jim Ryan and all the guys that got fleeced over there, because it looks like you guys got fleeced. They fleeced you. They definitely got a couple extra chalupas on top of that they probably shouldn't have got. Whatever. Yeah. Hopefully you still get that code.
Collection they paid for.
Hey man, you hope they got that code. That's what you want. But I mean, out of this, it looks like they're forming a new studio to build a game for Sony, which was what everybody wanted to know, because remember when Bungie first signed with Sony, it was like, oh, we're not. They never said anything about exclusive title, and everybody was like, well, what the fuck did they buy them for? And we thought it was just more like, okay, well, Bungie's making hella money off Destiny and their next property, and it's good to have a multi-platform.
Why did you buy them? Money,
right? But now it's definitely going to be first-party IP, please. Because as you can see what Microsoft is doing with their acquisitions, Bethesda and so forth, it's like, nah, bruh, fuck all that shit. You finish Destiny, you can work on another Destiny, but that shit might be that shit might not be multi. You know what I'm saying? Because Herman is now running the show. So if they say Destiny is exclusive for a year on PlayStation or whatever the next Bungie game is, you know, PlayStation 5 exclusive for a year or whatever, it doesn't hurt them because they have enough consoles on the market for it to pop, and it depends on how good the game is, people will play. It is just going to be interesting to see if Bungie still has the sauce, but that's just finding more people that love what you do and can hopefully replicate the sauce. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's going to be interesting to see. Like, are we watching the end of this studio? Just once Great House fall? They all do at some point. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what Sony does with them now. And I mean, honestly, Sony's really good with their to be fair, they're really good with their first party studios, and they still give them they still give them agency. I just think it's going to be agency under control, if that makes sense, where Bungie was kind of like doing whatever the fuck they want. Now it's kind of like, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but you have to report in us and let us know what the fuck you doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better be doing something good. Otherwise, we're going to be like, you know what I'm saying? So, because Bungie as a brand, it's too synonymous. I mean, it's outside of like, I mean, honestly, shit, they're the biggest shooting house. Because we don't look to Infinity Ward anymore for Call of Duty. Everybody looks to Treyarch. Everybody that knows is like, Treyarch is the best. That's why Blops, I'm excited for Blops, because Blops became the better version. Hell yeah. I mean, yes, but you know, I'm gonna hit some people. You know what I'm saying? Hit some people up. See if I can get me a little Cody code. You know what I'm saying? Old school shit. See if people still love me. Y'all love me? I need the codes. Yeah, no, I'm gonna try to see. But even if I don't, I'm gonna get it though. the it's funny we shitted on Madden and 2K for movement, but the movement video in Call of Duty looked really cool. You know what I'm saying? It did look cool, and it did look like it was going to add an element to the game. 16 new maps. That was something that made me excited. I don't want to pay for Rust anymore. Matter of fact, I don't want to play on Rust for fucking a decade. I don't want to play on none of the fucking recycled maps, bro. Also, I wish there was another shooter. You know what I'm saying? You only buy Call of Duty to play because you know that's where everybody's gonna play. All your friends are like the most common denominator of the game. But it's like I wish there was something else. I wish Battlefield was good. I wish the finals had succeeded because it's fun. I enjoy the finals. I wish some of these games were won, but they just I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna probably end up getting it or try to get it for from one of the peoples.
So our last piece of news this week actually is a very interesting piece of news. It's coming from Ubisoft, but it's not what you might think. Ubisoft is announcing NFL Primetime Fantasy, a mobile game tied into live NFL games. This, my friends, sounds pretty dope. I don't 100%. Excuse me, I gotta sneeze. I don't 100%, thank you, understand yet what's going on.
It's a card game.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, the gameplay is card based, with players encouraged to build up their collections of NFL player cards. Bruh, it's literally mutt.
Well, the difference though
is you're not playing with your character.
Is you're interacting with live NFL games.
Well, they're getting the data. So it says it's getting data. The live tie-in element will allow players to make calls during the live games by anticipating big moments or swapping out players from the bench at the right time.
Right.
Players who can make the best time will get major bonus in their fantasy scores, and they can compete online against friends and global leaderboards. I mean, so it's going to be something you can do during the game.
Which
I guess it's going to be
sounds dope. It sounds different. I'm me. I'm all for something different. I'm all for trying something new. It looks like the NFL is like cohorting this, so it's not just it's like Ubisoft and the NFL.
They have to use that license for sure.
Well, no, I mean like co-developing this.
Yeah,
like
yeah. Because I mean, it's tied into the data.
I feel like the NFL was the brainchild, and they either sought after Ubisoft because some other articles I was reading. It sounded like the NFL was a brainchild, but they were like, what actual developer can we get to go in on this with us to help us out?
What other scummy corporation can we get in the video game landscape to help us? We already work with Electronic. Well, we can't go to EA. They suck and we hate them and they hate us and we, you know what I'm saying? But we got a working relationship. Who else can we go to? Activision. That's Microsoft now.
Ubisoft,
the corpus.
So there is going to be a beta testing period before the worldwide launch. So it's supposed to launch in November, so it's not even going to be launching by the time the season starts. But if you guys Google it, you can find the link to register for the beta. So this is free to play. You don't have to pay to get into it. I want to try it out. The live aspect of it sounds really cool. So
the game is called NFL Primetime Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
NFL Primetime Fantasy. And
so
it's on iOS and Android.
So I definitely want to check this out because that sounds because I love fantasy football personally, but to offer like a live element to it, that actually sounds really cool. And I could, if this is fun, I could really see this taking off. Like, cause that's super dope. Like I just imagine like me and you just chilling on the couch watching a game, got our phones in our hand. Yeah, that'd be that. I can see that being really cool.
Real time decision making. So I'm assuming it's gonna be like, oh, like you're marching down the field. It's gonna be. I want to see how this works.
Me too. I want to hear more about it because it's very vague with the information.
So, like, am I guessing like, oh, he's gonna run, he's gonna pass, or like, is it like hand? Like, I want to see. I need to see it in action. But it's a card-based game, so I mean, obviously, there's some money, involved in it, buying packs and shit, and that's where the money gonna come in, buying packs. So I'm already pre-registered on iOS and receive the early access bundle at launch, which is card pack. So you get one classic card, you get a adrenaline to activate modifiers during live games, and then you get a Dynasty Premium card. It's guaranteed in your card pack, so you get one Dynasty Premium card, 5 classic cards, and then you get 100 fucking adrenaline points. This is for the early access or pre-order registered people that pre-register on the phone. So it's interesting. It's definitely gonna be another money game, of course, but it seems interesting though. I'm gonna sign up for the
beta. Yeah, I am too. It says take control of your fantasy team's performance live on gameplay, or excuse me, on game day. Put your coaching hat on and make substitutions and activate stat modifiers in real time during any NFL game. So, can you make the right calls in the biggest moments to earn top spots on the leaderboard? Collecting NFL player cards to build your ideal fantasy lineup. So, compete in real-time NFL events all season long, including the playoffs. Customize your gameplay experience with event-based competition during live NFL games. Register lineups for multiple games in a weekend, or just play alongside your favorite NFL team every Sunday. That's cool. Compete with your friends against other fans throughout the NFL playoffs. The action continues until the final day of the season. Yeah, this sounds very interesting.
Yeah, it does.
So, so if you go to Ubisoft's website and just look for NFL Primetime Fantasy, you'll be able to pre-register. But, yeah, man, so that's all the news that we have for this week. We are actually giving you guys a sneak preview. We're actually getting ready to go directly into recording the first episode of our Unrelated podcast. We got some juicy news to talk about, pop culture and all kind of ish like that. Like, should transgenders be playing in the Olympics? Good question. We're going to talk about all that and more. So, hope you guys enjoyed the show. Enjoy your weekend. Again, share the podcast. Tell your friends about it. Remember, we're on YouTube if you guys want to watch. We're on Spotify if you guys want to watch. Pause.
What'd you pause for?
If they want to watch. No,
if that's possible, bro, I don't know the English language no more. God damn, bro. These new niggas are fucked up. Everything's fucked up because old niggas made this game up, which is so crazy. It's like they're older than us.
People did this.
They did this. Yeah, they did it.
These niggas did this.
They did for sure.
New York, mother.
Yeah, B. Y'all did this, B.
Kim.
They did that. Dame Dash for sure. All them Harlem dudes did that for sure. That, and it's worse coming from him because he's supposed to. He's always been more, right? So it's
more
like
homo than everybody else.
Probably. We can get into that in the next show.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys enjoy your weekend, and thank you guys for tuning in. Again, this was episode 19. Next up is 20. Again, if you guys want to submit questions to the show, leave comments wherever you guys see the episode posted. And we'll get to them. So I'm about to have a central location for you guys to send questions into in a minute, but I'm still working the logistics out. But we'll talk about that on another episode. Appreciate you guys.
Central
again.
Location.
Mm-hmm. What else would it be, Tay?
No, Oh, here we go. It wasn't that. Just.
Nah, I love you.
It wasn't that. I love you too, bro. It wasn't that. It wasn't that. It just blurred. I'll just give you 6. He was like,
until the next show, y'all.
I'll talk to you later. Peace.
Stupid.